Is it gonna appear on the scheduled broadcast or just on your channel as a new broadcast?
It'll be the same event. Yeah.
It's gonna appear on the
event.
scheduled broadcast or just on your channel as a new.
Okay, now that was about to be some feedback there, which hopefully I nixed. Discord, can you still hear me? Are you still there, Discord?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Hey, everybody. Hello, everybody out there in the internet land. I am trying something very ambitious today, and as a result, there may be some technical issues, for which I apologize in advance. But if we pull it off, it's going to be freaking. I am going to be live streaming the Fatshark module testing. So I am. Sorry, my mic, is it too loud, Kibo? How's my mic sound, Discord?
It was breaking up a little bit. It's better now.
Yeah. I apologize. The audio may be a little bit sort of harsh and robotic, but the reason I'm wearing this mic is because I'm going to be walking all over the place while we do this, and I need to be able to move around, hear you guys in my ear. I'm going to have goggles on. I'm going to be flying. So what I want to do first is just show you guys my setup, and in order to do that, I'm going to need to hang on. Check this out. Okay, hang on now.
142 watching. I think the time.
Yeah, I got it.
Fine.
So check it out. Here is. Let me get that lined up just right. This is what we're going to be doing all day, guys. Hang on now. Cover that up. So okay. Now let's plug in a quad. We should get a signal. Boom. Oh, hello there. Hello there, internet. So check it out, guys. This is the only way I can show you guys what is going on here. Here I am outside. This is for me. I'm going to be using the ClearView ground station because I want to fly these guys till they break up. And I figure the ClearView will give me the best view. And then I've got a GoPro right here. And I'm just going to take the goggles with the module in, and you see, like so. And you guys are going to see right here on screen exactly what the goggle sees. You see? That's really something, isn't it? So let's go back here. You can see, hang on, let's go. Oh, hello there. You guys can see why this is pretty ambitious. I've got my Discord, my patrons on Discord here to chat with me and to hopefully help keep things lively. And you guys, I hope you will also be keeping an eye on the chat. If there's any comments coming in on chat or questions, I hope that you all will help, because I'm not going to be staring at the screen. I'm going to have the goggles on. I'm going to be flying. So I'm glad that Discord is here for the times when you're just here. It's going to look like this. And I'm going to be fiddling with goggles and getting things working right so we can run the test. So here's the way it's going to work. I'm not going to tell you guys what module you're looking at. Science. The one exception to that is that the ClearView module has an on-screen display and you can't turn it all the way off. So you'll know when you're looking at the ClearView module. Well, what can you do? And I'm going to post in the chat a link to a straw poll where you can go vote left module or right module, and which one you think is best. I will track the results, and then at the end of the live stream, and of course, I'll publish this as its own separate video in case anybody can't stay for the whole live stream, because we could be here for hours. I will post the results, and then we will determine, I don't know, which is the best. So let me just glance at chat here and see what is going on. Audio is horrible on your end, Infinite Amplitude. I apologize, guys. I'm using this headset mic here. It's going to sound a little rough, a little robotic. Is it clipping, Discord? Is it clipping? Is anything like objectively wrong, or is it just...
Yeah, it's clipping out.
Oh, it's clipping. Well, that I can try to fix. Okay, hold on. What if I turn this down? How about now? Discord, any better?
A little bit still.
Little bit too loud still? Discord, a little bit too loud still?
I think it's good.
Think it's good? Chat, let me know what you think. Better? Yeah. Is it better? Is it glitching out? Is it dropping out?
It goes robotic every once in a while, but it's understandable.
Yeah, this headset, it's a great little headset, but it does sound a little robotic. So it's what can you do? Okay, So let's see, how many have we got in chat? Chat, where can I see how many participants? How many are there? A lot. Why can't I see the number? Where do I see?
264 watching.
How many? 264?
Yeah,
Wow, that's amazing.
270 now.
270. Okay, it's coming up. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to get, so what have we got here? Let me show you guys what I've got. I have, here, unplug. I have the ClearView module. Geez, a little sweat bee stung me. Oh, I hate those bastards. Sorry. Hey, this is what you get, live stream. I have the ClearView module. And let me just say for the record, this is the latest firmware. In fact, this module was sent to me by Iftron like 2 days ago. So well, first of all, you should know that this was not purchased at retail, in case that matters. And number two, it is absolutely the latest and greatest. This is a RapidFire. And this is the latest hardware revision. So the first revision sold out, and this is the second revision. They made a small change in it to make it a little more sensitive. This is the latest. I think it's 1.14, the latest released firmware. So we're good there. This is, hey, what happened? Everybody remember LaForge? LaForge V4.0? This is a damn good module, although I feel like at the price difference between RapidFire and LaForge, it might be putting the squeeze on LaForge a little bit. I still love it for its in Goggle OSD. We've got that. We've got Furious TrueD 3.7 and Doc King. So we're going to do, we got that. We've got Aomway Commander V2. We've got, what is this? Skzyone, Skyo3. Yes. We've got Achilles with the Ishii Pro 58 module. And we've got the OWLRC module. So, let's see. My microphone's no good. No, guys. Listen, can you understand what I'm saying? I understand it's a little glitchy, but I gotta have the wireless mic on so I can hear the Discord guys telling me what you're saying in the chat, because otherwise I'm just not going to be able to know what's going on while I'm flying. So, that's what can I do? What can I do? Am I intelligible? Barely can understand.
Yeah, you're breaking up really bad just there.
Well, we're gonna. Okay, let's try something else. Hold on. We'll just put this on pause. All right, guys. Hang on. Voice and video. How about input device? Realtek audio. Output device. Realtek audio. Hey, guys. Let's see. Is it? I don't hear you. There you are. Good. Okay. And I hear you guys pretty well. I got to get the stream system. Okay, can you guys hear me on the stream as well? check the stream. Hey, stream. Better? Better? Much better? Okay. Okay. Okay, so now we're doing it this way. Look. Okay, guys, thanks for bearing with me. I hope that this all turns out awesome and is worth it. So, you saw, I got a bunch of different modules and goggles here. We're going to be testing them all. OWLRC, ClearView. I got basically everything I've got. So let's get the first round started. And, oh, I gotta go in and get my quad. Why did that GoPro turn off? That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, you turned off too. Hello? Yeah, I see. I don't know. Nothing's changed on my end. You guys, is the audio? Does Discord? Discord? Do you still? Oh, yeah. YouTube had a glitch. Okay, so just refresh the stream. Refresh the stream if you're having audio issues. Put that in the. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Whatever. Switch warning.
Okay. So Discord, this is the point where we start chatting animatedly while I do my screwing around, because there's going to be a lot of screwing around, you guys. We're going to be at 200 milliwatts for the record, and the reason for that is that that's the output power that I've found gives kind of a good balance between. At 25 milliwatts, the minute you fly around the corner, it's gone. So I think 200 is a good place to be. And let's get these guys set up. Yeah. That's why I wanted to. That's why I really wanted to use that headset mic. But okay, I got to go over here and get this lined up. Okay, it's lined up. Why are we not getting signal? Interesting. Are we on F4? Just overheating? Is that it? Go over here. Yeah, I'm just overheating. Okay. Well, you could tell it's a TBS Unify. They don't like sitting there without airflow. Alright. Yeah, there's a little bit of digital noise. We are at my house, and of course there is Wi-Fi, you know, so, right. Yeah. Has a certain look, huh? That's interesting. I haven't really noticed that. I can't say that I have. All right. Now we'll get this guy lined up. Looking good. So what's your favorite video? See, now we gotta talk and we gotta fill the air while I screw around with this. What's your favorite video transmitter, Ben? Tramp HV, huh? That is a good one. I do like the Tramp. Yeah? Yeah. 26 euros. That's shockingly cheap, really. I'm really surprised, honestly. Yeah. All right. I'm going to cover it up with a blanket. I hope that... I like that the Mach 2 has direct solder. Okay, there we go. I think you guys in the stream should be seeing that. Let me get my goggles on. And we're going to fly one. How's the stream seeing that? Any chat coming from the stream, guys? What's going on over there? Okay. Now I got to put, oh God, I got to put these goggles on over my headphones. That's going to be a disaster. Okay. And the stream is not hearing Discord. Okay, let's figure that out. Hang on, I think I know the answer to that. System sound should be Realtek audio. Okay. Now everything will take a shit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come on, guys. Don't do it. Please. Okay, Discord, are you there?
Yeah.
Discord is
Yeah.
now the stream should be hearing Discord.
They are. They're also Discord is super loud compared to you, though.
I'm turning it down. It's down now. I gotta fix this. It got nudged. There we go.
Test.
Yeah? I think you should be hearing it. Okay. Okay, this is test number 1. Damn. Hang on. Sorry. This is why I always use DVR, guys. This is why I always use DVR. For the record, this is such a pain in the ass. It really is a huge pain in the ass to do this. The goggles keep moving. The camera never stays centered. It's such a pain in the ass. It's ridiculous. And you guys are going to feel my pain all afternoon. Here we go. Let me get this guy up. As soon as I spin the props a little, the video should come back.
So it's this or YouTube comments, huh?
What do you mean?
You either have to answer all the YouTube comments saying that it looks bad.
All right, here we go. We're taking off. Can you guys see the stream? Does everybody see it? Yay! How's it look, Discord?
We're a bit behind, but it looks good now.
Yeah, we got everything.
Now, I actually don't fly from this location usually. Oh, yeah, see, I'm breaking up already. So I may need to go up to a higher output power. Let me come back. I'm standing down in, you can see where I'm standing because I'm flying. I'm standing here, and the reason I'm doing that is because I need to be near my office for reasons of streaming, but also because I want to make the devices work a little bit with some multipath. And I figure sitting down in these concrete walls will give some multipath. Now I'm at 500 milliwatts. because I was losing signal a little too quickly. All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's see how I do. Yeah, I'm still not going to get far. How's the stream look, Discord? Is it, are they holding on or are they completely losing it? I'm breaking up pretty hard. Let's just feel this out. Discord, how's it look?
Pretty good.
It looks all right.
They holding it? They holding on?
Looks flyable.
Is it glitching at all?
Yeah, it is a bit breaking up, but looks I could fly through it.
Yeah, so am I. Just got a little screen roll there personally. I just got to figure out where, from standing here, where can I and can't I fly? You know, we should be doing good if we go high up here. It should come in because I'm flying over myself. That's fine. We're going to be fine over here, no doubt. Going down behind the house, we're going to totally take it down. I may want to go to 800. Just to get, being down in here, I may want to go to 800. Let's do that. Oh my God, it's working. We're doing it. Yay. Let's go to 800 and see if that helps a little. I'm just getting a lot of glitching. I think I am succeeding at getting multipathing is what I was hoping on. So, you guys...
Getting like jumpy images?
Am I? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
This is a little better. I'm just seeing a lot of glitching, but now at 800, it's totally flyable. Don't comment on my pool, okay, guys? Don't comment on my pool, because what happened is I went to Puerto Rico for 10 days, and when I came back, the pool obviously was done, and then it's just so close to the end of the season that we were just like, forget it. We drained it. We've still got like 6 inches of water in the bottom. So every time I fly past my pool, people are like, oh my God, clean your pool. And I'm like, please, just calm down. I know. Okay, so let's see, guys. Let's start doing like official flights. And what I want to do is I want to find a flight path that is, you know, just consistent for all of them. Like, I feel like going out to the field, you guys can't see the elevation change maybe, but this is kind of the highest elevation. And then if I go into the field, it actually goes down behind a hill, and I will totally lose signal. So I can't really fly out to the field. So I think I'm just going to do loops around the house. And here's where it's going to be the cleanest, of course. As we go down here, we're going to start getting some bounces and break up. And if I come up here, we go behind the house, we should be getting a lot of bounces and attenuation. So this can be a path that we can do. So be looking right now and seeing whether left or right is better. And in this case, it's not blind. Like I said, the ClearView module has a OSD that you can't turn off. So you know that one of them is ClearView. You don't know what the other one is. You shouldn't anyway.
Left is performing way better so far.
Now hang on, I would like to encourage you guys, especially in the Discord, to hold your opinions, because we want to keep this as neutral as possible. So we could talk about, I don't know, I don't want to sway the vote. So
All right.
you think left is doing better? That's cool. Let me ask you this, Discord. Have I done this laps enough to kind of form an opinion as to which is better and which is worse? Do you feel like we've got an opinion? And I'll ask that of the chat as well. And Discord, you can weigh in, because obviously this is why I need you guys, because I can't read the chat while I'm doing this. What do you think? Have we formed an opinion?
I think I have one. There's a couple people in chat saying theirs.
Okay. Yeah, we can't. I mean, everybody's going to say their opinion. I just feel like you guys on Discord, like being in the voice, will have a more influence. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to fly this way, and we should have relatively clear line of sight with a little bit of bounces. And I'm just going to fly away till I start to see some break. There was a little glitch for me. Now tell me, are we seeing breakup? Are they both looking pretty clear or what?
And we're a couple seconds behind.
Yeah. I'm just trying to get a little bit of distance here.
It still look flyable from where I'm sitting.
Yeah. Let's see if I go this way. It should start to. Especially the higher I am, the better. Are we seeing anything?
So
yeah.
the left is an unknown right now, right?
I believe that's right.
I just saw something very interesting.
What'd you see?
I saw the ClearView not breaking up when the left one was breaking up.
Okay. Now, ClearView is supposed to be known for sort of holding on to a flyable image even when it gets staticky. I'm going to go out one more time. I don't want to lose my quad on my neighbor's property. And because I don't fly from this position usually, I'm not actually, I don't know where the dead spots might be, so I'm trying to be really careful. But I'm going to keep flying a little further away. Going pretty far.
Now, for your own FPV feed,
Yeah,
are you using your ground station?
I'm using ClearView ground station.
Gotcha. Okay.
And this is why I wanted to fly on Crossfire, because you could see 99%, baby. 99%. This is way further out than I usually fly. So, aiming back in, I'm getting some breakup now as I come home. I'm seeing now it's coming back. I think we're going to put this one down, and I'm going to put the pole up for this one. Crossfire is awesome. 900 megahertz is awesome. How am I going to land? How many? What's my landing? Woo-wee! That is fun. I cannot believe it, guys. I'm so glad you guys are here with me for this. This is, especially doing this alone without any sort of, producer to help me out. This is so challenging. And
Where's Chris?
Chris.
How come he didn't come?
Well, he's always invited. I know he has his own live streams to do, and so.
Oh yeah, of course. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna glance in the chat, and I'm gonna go ahead and let me jump back here. Boom. Okay. Hey there. I'm gonna turn off the goggles. Hang on. Unplug. Give them a chance to come out from under the blanket and cool down. And I'm gonna turn off the GoPros to let them rest. And while I do that, woo, the GoPros are hot. They do not like being under a blanket, but they have to be under a blanket so that they can, so that we can.
The right screen seemed to have a smudge on it as well in the middle of the screen, either the camera or
the right screen. Was that the ClearView or the other one?
ClearView.
ClearView had a smudge. Well, maybe the GoPro has a smudge, but I appreciate that. See, that's why.
People are asking what camera you're using on this copter.
Speaking of which, let me go unplug the quad. Hold on. This is the real reason I didn't want to use these headphones. They're so freaking sweating my nuts off. The camera on this one is Rotorite Runcam Swift V2. This is my old 6-inch beater quad, all cobbled together. So, yeah. And I am going to need to start some batteries charging as well. So, I'll get to that when I have a few. Okay, so this is... Let me start Notepad. Up and test number 1. Guys, the right-hand one was ClearView, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I have the windows laid out opposite of how I have the GoPros laid out. I'll have to remember that. Right, left, you don't know what it was. And let me create a straw poll, and I'm going to paste the straw poll URL in the chat, and that's why I have slow chat on. You guys may have noticed I have slow chat on just to keep it from getting bombarded and the URL from getting lost.
Somebody in the chat says, I'm not sure the test's good enough to make a judgment, because if you put two receivers next to each other, the minor differences in antenna position can make the results look way different.
I'll address that in 1 second.
Yep, gotcha.
I'll address that in 1 second. Okay, I'm creating the poll, and I'm going to paste the URL. Where's the URL? I'm not a robot, thank you. Where's the, so I think I just pasted this URL in the chat. Sorry, I haven't used straw poll before. Here we go, guys. I've just posted the straw poll link in chat, and I have an option in there, left, right, and too close to call. So if you think it was too close to call, then just say that. Be honest. Paste the link in. License to drive. You tested the Canopus capture card. I'm so hesitant about the capture cards because I worry that they may clean the signal up and make it better. Here, I'm pasting the link in again. This is test number one. Test number one, straw poll. There you go. Okay, so I'll give you guys a few seconds to vote, and I'll answer some of the questions in chat. Number one, what Discord are we in? The Discord we're in is my patrons Discord. Everybody who subscribes to me on patreon.com can join the Discord, and one of the things you get is the ability to be on live streams like this sometimes in the voice chat. So that's the Discord. Yep, if you sign up on Patreon to my page, then you get an invite link in the email you get, the little confirmation email. The question about goggle position is valid. The problem is that if you put the two goggles right next to each other, like if they're too close, the antennas interfere with each other and create problems. So what you have, there's no perfect answer. Well, the perfect answer is to have some kind of a splitter, but you need a calibrated splitter. So you would have one antenna fed to a splitter, and the splitter would output to the goggles. But you would need like a perfectly calibrated splitter that you knew for a fact was sending 50-50, because otherwise then it would skew the results. So what we have to do is we have to just put the goggles reasonably close together and not too close together, and then fly around. So fly a lot of different locations, because if there's one place where the one goggle gets a lucky bounce, then there'll be another place where the other goggle gets a lucky bounce, and you hope it averages out. Logging the raw RSSI of the modules. Well, I'm not sure whether RSSI speaks, like if you take something like a ClearView that has the ability to do sync pulse reconstruction, you could have a flyable image with no rolling screen at a lower RSSI than another module that doesn't have sync pulse reconstruction would be glitching and rolling. So I'm not sure that RSSI, that just measures the sensitivity, but especially for modules like RapidFire and ClearView, that doesn't tell the whole picture. So I think there's something to that, but is anybody voting? Have we got any votes coming in? Guys, Discord, did you try to vote?
Yep, we got 67 votes out of 300 people in the live stream.
I'm gonna look at the results. Let's see what the results are. 79% are saying left goggle did better, 19% too close to call, 1% right goggle. Seems really determinist, really definitive that left goggle did better. So I'm gonna leave that up, and you can continue to vote if you want to. That link will continue to work. I wonder if I should, can you cut it off? I should probably like, because if people like come, I guess people could watch it. Yeah, people could watch the replay and still vote. Okay, we're gonna leave that up, but I'm gonna make a note of the results right here, just for the record in case they change. So give me 1 second, let me write down these results. So left goggle, yeah, I have to remember which one that is.
I think I saw your answer in Discord, but
yeah.
The ClearView does have the latest firmware on it, correct?
It was delivered to me via overnight FedEx from Iftron on Thursday, or maybe Friday. So they specifically said, let me send this to you for testing. So we're gonna say, yeah.
Yep.
Whatever it is, it's exactly what they wanted me to have. Okay. Okay, I'm looking at the results as to who won and who didn't. Okay, I'm gonna hold revealing the results until the end, because I might wanna go back and retest, like I might actually just rerun the test for you guys. Just the same ones, maybe later, to see if the results are consistent. So that's why you guys are all here as guinea pigs for me. Okay.
Something I want to add to the start of your flying, when you were in low power, one of them was edging out way more than the other, and when you cranked up the power, the difference became way way smaller.
Well, that's interesting. Chat, I wonder if you agree. Did that seem like that was true? Maybe we should go down to 500. I wonder. I would also encourage you guys to be looking not just at static, but also at things like screen rolling. Think about it as a pilot, which is a little different. I find when I'm looking at DVR and I'm not flying, I tend to focus on the static more, and the screen rolling maybe not as much, but definitely be paying attention to that as well. I'm going to look in the chat and see if people agree that it was different at lower power. What do you think, guys?
I would agree.
Say that again? What do you mean about...
What do you mean by screen rolling?
Well, screen rolling is where the screen, it literally just goes bloop and kind of rolls like somebody just scrolled it up. It's a loss of sync, and the screen just scrolls upwards and then relocks.
Okay, it's like if the old VHS tapes used to do if they had a backtrack.
Tracking,
Right.
yeah.
I find that way more disorienting than static. As a
Exactly. So I'll talk about the ClearView ground station because it's not in this test. My experience with the ClearView ground station is that I've seen times when a different module, like a LaForge or a TrueD, looks slightly clearer, but if you were to freeze frame it, you'd go, oh, the TrueD looks better. But it's rolling every now and then, which is really disorienting, whereas the ClearView ground station is just not rolling at all, and although it's staticky and fuzzy, you could fly through it. So, Well, let's see here. Somebody is commenting, somebody is making a guess as to what the modules were. And they guessed that the left is RapidFire in mode 2. I am testing RapidFire in diversity mode number 1, for the record. That's the standard diversity mode. And the camera is a run cam, which is one of the good cameras that RapidFire does not have problems with. At least so I believe. I didn't want to pick a camera that I knew would be bad for the RapidFire and sort of screw it over. At the same time, by picking a camera that I know is good for the RapidFire, you want to bear in mind that there are still people out there, yes, even on the latest firmware, who are saying, well, I'm having problems. I think it's gotten better, but I still hear from people who are having issues. So we can't, this isn't a 100% test, but there we go. Yeah, go ahead.
There is a spreadsheet or a database for that. I mean,
it's true.
Immersion has been pretty transparent about it. So as far as from what I've seen in their Facebook group,
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start getting the next one ready, and we're gonna do another one. Yeah, they've been totally transparent about it. And I believe that the new firmware and hardware has made it better. One of the problems that we run into, though, is especially if you spectate, you could say, okay, well, I'm just going to buy a good camera for all of mine. All of mine are just going to be the cameras that I know are good with RapidFire. But if you spectate at a race, you can't control what other people are using, and you're kind of out of luck. So yeah, it's the consistency of RapidFire that, to me, is one of the things that turns me off about it, the inconsistency. Anyway. Let me get this next one lined up. Get the cameras turned on. Hello, there we go. The camera's turned on. Preston, what are the little things that'll improve the video the most? Preston says, and I think PREST0N. Preston, is that Preston Garrison, the Flight 1 guy? I assume that's him. If not, let me know that you're not him, just so I don't misattribute your quotes. He says, for all the complaining people do about video, no one does the little things that'll improve it the most. No, that's Preston Hackett. Okay, it's not Preston Garrison. Good, I want to know who I was talking to. What are the little things that'll improve it the most, Preston? And now I'm going to go get ready the next one, so I can't see your answer. Hey, chat. Hey, Discord. Tell me what the answer is, okay?
I will relay it.
Well, antenna placement and making sure your connections are solid is one.
Yep, I guess that's true.
Number 1, antenna tracking base station, Preston says.
Whoa, that is not where I thought he was going to go, but I guess he's not wrong. I guess he's not wrong about that. Okay, here we go. I got one lined up, and I got the other one. Oh, I gotta check the. I gotta check the brightness and contrast here to make sure it's consistent. Hold on. Okay, yeah. I'm making sure on all I have several different sets of goggles here so I can get them all. Anyway, I have several different sets of goggles here so it makes the test easier. And I'm making sure that the brightness and contrast on each one are consistent. They're both set to 12. And in the GoPros, I have the GoPros locked exposure, locked ISO, locked white balance and everything. So we want to just get the most consistent picture here. One thing I need is a freaking like 3D printed holder to keep the goggles.
It just
from
clips
moving.
onto the front mask and then it's set.
Oh my god, that would be so good. That would be so good. But it's
People are asking what the frame rate is on the cameras.
on the GoPros?
Yeah.
They are at 30, and the reason for that is that they're at 4K, because what you're seeing is actually fairly zoomed in. What you're seeing is really zoomed in, and so 4K resolution helps you to see the most detail possible.
And what type of GoPros are you using?
They're 6s. They're 6s.
Maybe I'll try and design a 3D printed mount.
Oh my god, it would be so good that you can see how much of a hassle this is. Okay, we're good here. They are ready.
Well, I've seen multiple people brought up already is that 30 FPS is not enough, and that you want twice the refresh rate.
I know that, but the stream, I can't stream at 60 FPS because I don't have the bandwidth, and this computer can't handle it. So, I know that. I think you guys, the thing is, guys, the goal is for you to look at this and see if there's breakup, and I think you guys can do that. You know, I think you're capable of doing that if you're not getting the absolute perfect frame rate. That's my hope. Yeah. Yeah, 60 FPS would be better. I mean, the refresh rate of the screen, what's the refresh rate of the screen? I don't know. But yeah, these are all the kind of challenges that have caused me in the past to go, screw it, I'm just using a DVR for the record. Okay, let's see, that is up. Fuck me. Okay, hold on. You guys can't see, but I can see the screen, so hold on.
You just dropped something on the desk and moved the GoPros around, didn't you?
Why do you say that? See, the science is failing here a little bit because you guys are going to be able to tell this is not an HDO goggle because the screen is not the same size, unfortunately. But what can you do?
You heard that, Fat Shark? Send them more HDOs.
Well, it's not exactly like that. See, I don't want to change. It's got. Hang on. Let me show you guys what I'm dealing with. You guys can see now. Can you see the? We're out of the preview. Yeah, you can see. So the issue I'm dealing with is that this one, yeah, now the GoPro's moving too. Okay, I gotta adjust the brightness. Now the frickin' shit. Come back.
Whatever.
Come on, come back, Unify. Oh yeah, at 800. So I think we're gonna go down to 500. Come back.
Preston is saying that he built one of the antenna trackers, and he might be able to send you one so you can compare it versus regular.
I'm sure it's
antennas.
great. I'm sure it's great. Okay, I'm gonna get my headset on, and we're gonna do another test. Hang on. Where's my battery? Now, oh yeah, it's glitching out. That's okay. That's to be expected. This is test number 2.
Is the left screen just a lot brighter, or is there?
That's because the it's a different screen, and the brightness and contrast are not the same.
It also looks like there's some background light getting, and I think I can see you moving around.
Okay, let me take a look at that. See if that's worth trying to fix. Hang on. And the freaking camera's moving. Stop. Oh, right there. Let's see if I can make that a little better. That's a little better. But now the freaking... Yep. Most exciting live stream ever. I don't know what this chat thought they were going to be getting in this live stream, but this is what happens when you try and live stream actual freaking Goggle view without. I guess if I had some kind of a 3D printed jig, that would be better, because I wouldn't be constantly doing this. But here we go. Get my transmitter, and let's get this guy to wake up. Spin the props. We're going to put it at, you think we should do 500 or 200? What does the chat think? Discord?
It's going to take a while for the stream to catch up.
Not that long.
So far, we're still seeing black and static.
Yeah, no, static, I'm not flying yet. Static, I'm seeing static because the VTX is overheated. There we go. Now let's come back from me. And
yeah, now we can see it.
Let's go. Smart audio, power. Let's go to 200. Nope, there it goes. It's not going to arm either. Fuck. All right, I'm going to use the Lewis script. Should we go 500 or 200? What do they say?
200.
200. Okay, we're going to do 200. I'm not going to be able to go very far, but there we go. I have to power cycle the quad because it's still in that. Okay.
What about a 3D printed mount for the GoPro that you can attach like helping hands to?
Yeah, so that's a thought. That would let me line it up with different goggles. We would also need to hold the goggle.
Right, you'd have more of a range that you could use it on.
It's not coming. Why is it not coming back? I think the VTX is overheated. What the hell? It says it's 200. Okay, let's just spin the props. Let's see if it comes back. This isn't coming back at all. Are you even on the right channel? No, you guys are also seeing static, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's on the right channel. Let me power cycle it again.
How odd is it? There.
It's pretty high. Today is pretty high. I'm going to power cycle it one more time. See if the VTX comes back. Yeah, we have VTX now. So the screen on the left is pretty blown out. I don't think you guys can see very well. So let's try to fix that.
You can also see a lot of reflection in the lens of the diopter.
There's no diopter in it. Yeah, there's no diopter in the. Oh, that's the right side. My bad. You just mean the front lens element. I just don't know any way to change that short of changing the settings on the GoPro. That's going to be a real freaking hassle, though.
What about turning the screen brightness down of the Fatshark itself?
Yeah, I tried that. We are getting some glare. That's a little better, I think. Oh yeah, no, that's way better. Oh, okay. There we go. That's pretty good. You can see that. Now the right side is overheating. I guarantee that's what's happening. Oh, there we go. All right, let's get a flight in, shall we, guys? We are at 200. How's it looking?
Looking good so far.
Yeah, I don't mind Discord if you make objective observations about like left one's breaking up, right one's breaking up. I think that feels fine to me, but you know, I don't know. Maybe you could just say whatever you want. Maybe I'm overthinking it.
No, I agree with not voicing your own opinion, because then we're influencing the rest of the stream as well, right?
I do kind of want to know, like, if my test is like at 200, it's holding on. Are you seeing a difference now more than we saw at 800?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We're going to do another lap here. Oh. Do another lap here. Going behind the house here is where it's going to be the worst. That's when there's going to be the most sort of bouncing and breakup. And let's just fly away here. And turn around and see if we get breakup. I'm seeing a little breakup. Oh, a little screen roll there. How are we looking, Discord? Should we fly further?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, maybe.
I love that crossfire. 99%, baby. Alright, I'm coming back. Pushing higher to get a little more. Yeah. There we go. Alright, we'll bring it back in. Try not to hit my power lines. This is actually the worst, like right here, because we got this concrete wall between me and the receivers. So, alrighty, let me go unplug that, and I will get the straw pole up in 1 second. All right, I'm back. Hello. Let's take a look in the chat and see what chat has to say. Hello. Hello, guys. I'm now looking at chat. No, it's a 6-inch. You're correct. This is a 6-inch sort of beater quad. It was my 5-inch QAVR, but then I broke a broken arm, and there were no spare 5-inch arms in stock, so I just said, well, send me some 6-inch arms, and they did. Yeah. Okay, let me make a note of what that was. This is test number 2. And let's see, strawpole.me. Discord, what did you think of that test?
It showed a clear
conclusive.
difference.
Clear difference, huh?
Better on the 200.
Better. So 200 was the right decision. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
The one, what did I say in the other one? And test number, left goggle, right goggle, too close to call. left goggle, right goggle, too close to call. And let's create the poll. And I'm going to paste that URL in the chat. Here it comes. Test number 2, vote your results right there. The URL is pasted in the chat. Go ahead and vote. And I will take a look here. See if number 1 has changed. Nah, number 1 is pretty conclusive. No, so number 1's done. Number 2, votes are coming in, 20, 25 votes. I hope you guys in the chat are having a good time. I know this is, it's a little slow and clunky. Nevertheless, I think it's a super cool thing we're doing here, like voting in real. I hope you are listening to a podcast in the other window in between times when we're actually voting. But yeah, I'm super excited though about what's happening here.
Oh wow!
The results are incredibly definitive. Okay. Yeah, right goggle is way in the lead with 58 votes. We'll let the votes continue to come in briefly, but I think most of the people who are going to vote have voted. We seem to be getting about 60 votes for each one. Yeah, no more votes are coming in, so I think people have voted. Let me paste the URL one more time, just in case anybody missed it and wants to vote. Page up, page up. Here comes the... Yep. There's the URL one more time. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not revealing. JB, the HDO screen makes it difficult to see the breakups. MC Creation, I wonder if anybody else can comment on that. I did some tests side by side with HDOs. I think you might be talking about the other one, the brighter one, made it a little difficult to see the breakups. Because I've done some testing at home, not on a live stream, and I felt like you could still see the breakups on the HDO screen. Inverting the goggles. MC Creation, what do you mean inverting the goggles? You mean, normally it's 2 HDOs, so we should have very consistent results. It just so happens that this module was already installed in another goggle and I didn't want to swap it for this test. So.
Maybe that one needs to repeat later when it's swapped into a HDO as well.
I
Yeah.
don't think it would make too much of a difference.
Yeah, I don't think it will either, but.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to. Okay. Honestly, Discord, did you feel like you could see when the left one was breaking up?
Yeah, you definitely did.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. That's what matters. Because sometimes people say, oh, the image quality was terrible. And I'm like, look, we're not trying to paint a picture here. Can you tell whether the screen was breaking up and rolling? That's what we're judging. So, all right. The right goggle kicked butt here, 90%. So, right, 90%.
So something else I wanted to ask to the rest of the people here watching.
Yeah.
Did anyone actually see a screen roll over yet?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, me neither.
All I saw was static and lines of static rolling through, but the image stayed stable.
Yeah, even in both tests. Okay, let's see. Yep, okay, I gotta make sure I record this correctly. Okay. Okay, now based on these results, what should I do next? So let me ask you guys. I wonder if I should reveal the results when we decide what to do next, as opposed to just going a random direction. What do you think, Discord? Should we just keep being blind and random, or do you want to know who won those?
I think we should keep blind and random and at the end.
Okay, that's what we'll do. Let me think about who's going to be in the next one. I'll tell you what. Here's what I'll tell you. There's, yeah, okay. No, I'll be blind and random. I'll stick with it. Oh, have I switched over to my face? Are you guys looking at my face? Yeah, you are. Let's see who's going to be next.
I did like that idea that you had of retesting because that's sort of a double blind. That way, if you get a completely different result the next time, that would probably invalidate it. But if you get the same overwhelming result like you just did, that would nail it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, I'm going to switch the module here as stealthily as I can to not give away what it might have been. Just no looking, no peeking. I'm going to switch in this module here. This is going to be... See, I can't go back to that other... I gotta... If you guys know that it's always the same module in the HDO, or in the non-HDO goggle, then that gives it away a little bit, so it's not really blind. So I really ought to take that one out and rerun it. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Let's see. Did I show it on screen? I'm gonna do it. Discord, did I accidentally show? See, I can't see the screen. Hold on. There. I think I lifted it.
Hey, Josh, when you get a second, read the chat from Cioti. He's got a good idea.
What's Cioti got? Let me see. What does Cioti say? Retest with the modules on different sides. Squash the possibility that the location is affecting it. Yep, that's fair. That's fair. That's worth doing. I mean, at the same time, we only have so much time, but yeah, that's a good idea.
Are you making sure you're keeping the lenses on direct sunlight?
Mostly.
Okay.
Mostly.
Don't remind me. I still have a ruined goggle because of that.
Really?
Yeah, I loaned my goggle out for an afternoon for a friend to fly because he broke his Dawn V-Freeze, and they got it back, and I had 2 massive sunspots in the right eye.
Oh, no.
Yep.
And then the obvious, like, so how are you going to pay for this? Well, I didn't do it.
Of course you did. Of course you did, you shamoke. Oh, hang on.
No, the sun did it, but...
The sun did it, right. Sure. Okay. This antenna here and this antenna here. Yeah, this is the challenge, guys. Now, you guys are actually experiencing what I go through when I try to do tests like this. Normally, it's just me sitting here all day doing this, but you can see, you got to swap modules, make notes. I'm screwing in antennas at this exact moment. And the real challenge is making sure that everything is as consistent as possible between tests. It's such a challenge to do that.
Yeah. In light of that, people are asking what antennas you're using, and assume you're using the tested OWL Hoots from Strix or from ImmersionRC.
Yeah. So I should say that this is hello. Come here. This is Strix Hoot right here. And the patch antenna is the, let me take it off here. Should bring down an umbrella. The patch antenna is the Lumenier Axii Patch, and these were sent to me by their respective vendors, so thank you to them. And I asked to use them. Obviously, you guys, people say, oh, well, you're just talking about them because you got them for free. No, that's exactly backwards. If I go to anybody, I mean, I'm not bragging, I'm just saying it's a fact. If I go to anybody and say, hey, will you please send me 8 of your antenna for my testing, they'll be like, sure. And I picked these because, well, it's a similar design to a Triumph. But I think it's a little more durable, especially the coax I like better, and it's orange and looks cool. And this is a little lower gain than the TrueRC X-Air, but it's also a little smaller, so it's nice. That's what I use. And I should also say that the RapidFire module that I'm using was sent to me by GetFPV, and so thank you to them for sending that. And I should put links to all this in the video description, but I didn't have time to get it up for the live stream. So there will be links in the video description when the DVR goes up. Install this again.
Don't forget to reset the other GoPro that you messed with for the smaller screen.
I never did change the GoPro.
Oh, okay.
I only changed the Fat Shark goggle. So, okay.
And what VTX are you using again?
The VTX is a Unify.
Oh, okay.
Turn on, please. Yes, thank you. And you, turn on. And we'll plug in. And we'll plug in. Is there a way I can cover these up without? Yeah, that's better. That's maybe a little better. Okay, hang on. Let me. Okay. Oh, I have another towel out here. Perfect. Let's get this towel here. Why are you still showing so much glare? What's going on there? Go. That's one. There's the screen. There we go. I feel like the first time I made love. Just fumbling around in the darkness. Trying to line things up. That's a joke just for me.
Get in the hole.
Okay. All right, there we go. They're lined up. Okay, I have this is going to be test number 3. Okay, let's see what order Tyrannus is on. My goggles are plugged in. Oh, go behind the cloud, son. Please go behind the cloud. Be a cloudy day. Hurricane Florence, please cool us down. I'm sorry to anyone who lives in North Carolina who doesn't appreciate that joke. 200 milliwatts. Boom. Let's get these props spinning before this bad boy overheats. There we go. Why? This is not acceptable. I haven't changed the GoPro at all. Hang on. I haven't changed the GoPro at all. Why is it different? Why is it different? The GoPro, why is it looks different? It's got to be the module. It's got to be the module. Wow. The module. I tuned. Well, we're going to adjust. There we go. We're going to get it looking pretty similar. I'm sure the GoPro hasn't changed, though. I'm positive of that. Let's get this lined up correctly. The towel was getting in the way. There we go. What's going on here? Okay. All right. All right, test number 3, folks. Is that still lined up? I bumped it with my frickin' hand. Okay. Hold on. Okay, my screen is up. Here we go. Test number 3. Alrighty, guys, we're flying. 200 milliwatts. Oh, sensor loss. That's not right. No, we're on Crossfire. That's not right. We'll make some circuits here. What are you guys seeing? What's the chat seeing? Any thoughts? You still there?
Yeah, just paying attention to both screens.
Gotcha. It's hard to watch both screens at once, isn't it?
But you're gonna have to like flick back and forth a lot, and
I got to tell you guys, I do these tests where there's like six or 8 modules on screen at once, and I almost think it's pointless because nobody can watch. Oh, don't crash! Nobody can watch all of those at once, so you really just have to replay it 100 times to figure out which is better. I'm losing the ability to fly. We'll make a couple more passes. Have we done enough passes to kind of see which one you think is better?
The right GoPro just froze.
That's a shame. That's why I have to chat. All right, let me land, and we may need to power cycle it again.
Chat's leaning to the right, saying right a little bit better.
Yeah, is it frozen still?
Yeah, it's still
That's a shame. It may have...
I'm wondering if the color saturation on the right GoPro is making it so the breakup is not as visible. Because there are certain situations where it looked left at more, but if you look really careful on the right, it's also appearing on the right, just not as pronounced.
Both GoPros have frozen up, apparently.
No, left, that one is still going for me. Right one is frozen.
Oh, I see. I see. We got a little bit of a smudge. Somehow, we need to wipe off the smudge. Still smudged? It might be the screen just getting a little glare. Is it the GoPro frozen? Or the input card? Oh, it's so hot. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's the cam link. It's the input device. Hang on. Everything is so hot in the sun. Okay, we turn it back on. Well, I'll tell you, that's another reason why I feel like the DVR has some benefit compared to an in-goggle view, because with an in-goggle view, you are subject to differences in the screen, whereas with a DVR, it always looks consistent. You know, I really don't, I'm not necessarily convinced that this in-goggle view is actually the best way to test this kind of thing. Nevertheless, it certainly has, I mean, it just goes to show that nothing's perfect, I guess, is the takeaway. Now that they're back, let me do the second half of the test. And as for the difference in the screens, I got to tell you guys, we could double check this. I got to bring back the video. I'll double check this, but I'm 100% sure, really, the GoPros are set exactly the same exposure, and the goggles are set to exactly the same brightness and contrast. So if you're seeing a difference in the brightness of the screen or whatever, it has to be the module.
Right one just gave up again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's back.
Is it back? Still there?
It's back.
Okay, we're going to cross our fingers. It's the capture card that I'm flying with.
Yeah, still.
Is it still there? Where's it gone?
Yep, all good.
Okay, I'm going to do my out and back flight. I'm starting to get a sense for how far I can go, so I'm a little more confident going up there. I shouldn't fly above the tree line, though. I should land in a field if I'm going to go down.
Josh, can you go to that dead spot behind your house?
Yep. Hang on, I'm doing a little distance here. Still okay. You guys are getting a look at my property like you've never seen before. A little break up there for me. A little break up there. Okay, that's 200. That's not bad. All right, do you guys have a sense of who's better or worse?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming back.
Oh, left one's totally out.
Yep. I just had a little glitch too.
No, like the goggle is off.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, it's all black.
All right, I'm bringing it in.
That was the first roll I've seen, though.
Yeah.
It's like it's just shut down. Well, you know what? We may. Oh, we've been streaming. The problem is the sun is now hitting my setup, and everything is getting so hot. And I think it's all overheating and shutting down. Let me turn off the GoPros.
Need a little temp.
Yeah, now it's back. Yeah, everything is getting super hot. My laptop is in the sun. It wasn't this morning. It was fine, but let me, whew. Okay. I'm going to set up a straw poll for that one. I have to get in. Damn you, Dayball. I have to get in the sun in order to do that, and I have to touch this blazing hot laptop. I think that we're going to call this live stream. I'll give you the results after this, and I'll do some more of this exact testing, not on a live stream, somewhere where I can be, but I can post the results and people can still vote on them even though it's not live. Let me just post another straw poll for test number 3. Oh my God, my laptop is so hot. Like literally, it's almost painful to touch the keyboard.
You need one of those easy up tents.
Yes, that would have been smart, but I am not that smart. Create poll. The title is required. Oh, it's so hot. Okay, which was better in test number 3? I'm creating the poll, and I'm going to paste the URL into the chat. Here it comes. There is the URL for test number 3. Yeah, I got to figure out a way to keep these guys cool and to block the sun, but not have them covered up with a blanket. I didn't even think about the fact that covering them with a towel to keep the sun off them would also cause them to overheat and freeze up. And actually, it's my laptop and the cam link adapter, the camera import, that's actually really freezing. XSplit has been doing great, thank goodness. Let's see the results. Right goggle won again. Okay. All right, guys. Well, right goggle clearly won. Well, how long have we been streaming? What is it? It's 2:30. We've been going for about an hour and a half. Yeah, things are freezing up. The sun is only going to get worse, and I don't want to make you guys sit here while I try and redo my position. So we're going to call it, I'm going to call this one a success because, I mean, we did it. We did it. And we have an interesting result, which I will now give you. You ready, Discord?
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah. So the one that was the clear winner in every test was the RapidFire.
Yeah.
You suspected as much, didn't you? It was the RapidFire. It was the far and away winner. Is anybody surprised to hear that?
No.
Nope.
Nope.
Not really.
And it was the RapidFire in diversity mode 1.
So the non-legacy one.
Not the legacy mode. Not legacy.
What's the firmware?
Is this batch 2 though?
This is batch 2. Here, hang on.
Interestingly enough, I typically fly mode 2, and it's better than mode 1.
Yeah, I think that depends a lot on what camera you're using. Some cameras are going to do better on mode 1, and others will do better on mode 2, but everybody's experience is different.
I think also depends which batch. Batch 1 is better in mode 2. Batch 2 is better in mode 1.
I think I've heard that. I haven't verified that. Sorry, lost my train of thought. This is batch 2 hardware though. Has improved sensitivity. Now, one thing we have to say is that we know that RapidFire has issues with certain cameras, so I hesitate a little bit to personally go all in on RapidFire, like just to say, okay, that's my new go-to, because I still feel like people are having experiences where on a bad day with a bad camera or a bad flight controller. And the problem is that when RapidFire has this problem that sometimes it has, it just comes out of nowhere. You're flying and then suddenly it glitches out. And there are still people out there. Some people couldn't be happier with their RapidFire. And as we've seen, when it's working well, it works really well. But I feel like it has to have a little asterisk after it. Oh, I should go. Hang on, I got to unplug my quad, which is over there overheating in the sun. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so any thoughts about that? Discord or chat? To read the chat, I have to go into the sun. Somebody in Discord tell me what the chat's saying. I'm going to stand over here to be shade. What's chat saying?
Preston says the change in benefit versus cost isn't there.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, so that's interesting. Like RapidFire is $140-ish compared to LaForge at 100-ish. I think that's not that much more compared to something. Yeah.
Well, in my environments that I fly, though, the cost benefit is there. So
exactly.
I think it just depends.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm also looking at it from a perspective of somebody who doesn't have a diversity module yet. I've been flying with the stock Fatshark module for a year now, and I've not had that big of an issue where I couldn't fly somewhere I wanted to fly.
Yeah. I find, I'll make an analogy there to Crossfire, which is to say, before I got Crossfire, I would have said the same thing about FreeSky. No, I fly wherever I want. But as soon as I went on a shoot with the Rotorite guys and saw Stingy and Drew, and Stingy's like, I'm going to fly over to that rock. And I'm like, you can't fly over there. He's like, yeah, sure I can. And then he just goes and does it. And I'm like, oh. So I think that you kind of ramp down your expectations. And you say, I've never been able to not fly anywhere I wanted to. But there's a little bit of feedback there where you've learned what you can and can't do. So let me tell you guys who the other ones were and in the various tests, because you probably want to know, and you could go back and look. In test number 1, it was ClearView was the opponent.
No, really?
Yes. Why do you say that?
Nah, I'm just messing with you. The overlay just made it obvious.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Sorry, you knew that. You knew that. I forgot you knew that. Yeah, I considered like chopping off the top of the screen, but then it looked really crappy, so I was just like, forget it, whatever. And to remind you of the results, it was 76% to 76% chose RapidFire, 18% too close to call, 6% chose ClearView. So I'm sorry to say, and I will tell you guys, I've been doing testing on this module and other ClearView modules. I've tested the previous, Iftron has gone through several firmware revisions. I've tested each of them privately and given Iftron feedback, and each time they said, oh, well, hang on, we're going to try to make it better. And I said, okay, I want you guys to, if you're going to improve it, I'll hold the results because there's no sense. And finally I said, well, look, we got to get something out there. We can only keep giving you a do-over so many times. And that's why I chose to run this test today with this hardware. But I'll tell you that I've seen it sometimes beat RapidFire in my testing. And we have to acknowledge that ClearView and RapidFire really do best in multipath heavy environments, which this is not the, every time I tell Tony I'm going to test the module, Tony Cake from ImmersionRC, he says, you're not doing the kind of testing I designed it for though. And I'm like, yeah, Tony, I know you designed it for flying tiny whoops in concrete bandos, but a lot of people just fly around in the woods like me, and that's who I'm testing for. Maybe we'll do some multipath, but we need to acknowledge that ClearView and RapidFire will probably do even better compared to traditional modules in a multipath heavy environment. Fair enough.
Well, I saw the ClearView beat out the RapidFire on one occasion when you were flying away from your property and you just turned around to face back to yourself, where the RapidFire had an image that I would consider not that flyable, and the ClearView there, I could fly.
Yeah. And if
maybe I need to go back into the VOD and watch it again.
And you probably need to do more testing, because when it's really close, then you could say, oh, well, maybe the antennas were on the left versus the antennas were on the right. But I feel like a lot of times you see a clear winner, and then I think it matters a little less, 6 inches here or 2 inches there. And what we expect here's the bottom line for me, is what we expect from a $300 plus module is that it just wipes the floor with the competition. And,
exactly.
And that's what we see with the ClearView ground station. That's what we have seen. Although I don't think have I ever put the ground station against the RapidFire? I don't know. Anyway, and I'm just not seeing it with the ClearView module. It just doesn't seem to wipe the floor with the competition. So, in the second test was LaForge, and that's why, because LaForge it's in my goggles, and I didn't want to take it out. And this is actually my go-to on a day-to-day basis is the LaForge V4. which I think that it may, RapidFire, well, everybody else seemed to clearly think RapidFire beat it for performance, but I just find it so nicely usable in terms of the in-screen OSD is beautiful, being able to access all the menus right there in the goggles without taking them off. This is actually the one that I just use on a day-to-day basis, and what keeps me from switching to RapidFire is two things. One is that the RapidFire, when it's working well, it's better, but it's a little, for me, I think it's a little unpredictable when it's going to suddenly decide it's having a bad day because it doesn't like the camera or it doesn't like the flight controller. And if that happens when I'm flying, all of a sudden, it's black, and I'm like, and then I lose my quad. And the other thing is that the RapidFire, you still have to take it off to use it, and I've gotten so used to the in-screen OSD that and it lacks some of the functionality also that this has, although they're working on that. So if RapidFire had an on-screen display, the menus, not it has an on-screen display, but I mean if you could act, like I can't really easily see as I'm scrolling through the channels or changing bands what's going on like I can with the LaForge. That would be more compelling. So that's what, and then the last one was TrueD. Regular TrueD, not the Dock King. So, and everybody seems to think that RapidFire wins. So there you go. We proved it. RapidFire is the best. So I still have a ton more things to test. I have the Dock King. I have the Skzyone 3. I have the Commander. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to let all this stuff cool down, and I'm going to post videos to my channel. I'm going to just record them. And there'll be a straw poll that people can vote on, and we'll see. We'll do a summary of the results. OWLRC. Oh, somebody, I gotta do OWLRC. Somebody stayed up to the middle of the night to see me do OWLRC. If I don't do OWLRC, then I kept that guy awake for nothing. I have to do one. No, thank you for the reminder. I have to do one more, which is going to be the OWLRC. Now the sun's going behind the clouds. Maybe I'll do 5 more. We'll see if my equipment keeps taking a dump. Oh, this one won't be blind, I guess. You'll know it's OWLRC. Oh, well. So, everything's had a chance to cool down. Well, oh, there we go. Oh, the
You can still do it blind. You can just do it in a few other ones first, and then just sneakily swap it in at one point.
No, I'm gonna do this one because I may come to a point where I'm just like, I'm out of here. What's the chat saying, Discord? I haven't been checking the chat. What's the chat saying?
They're curious for it. They want it.
OWLRC? Yeah, okay. Now, yeah. The OWLRC module is tempting because it's going to price at like $80, and the performance in the past.
That's not the production model, though, is it?
It isn't. It isn't. That's true. So good to point out, Steve. This is not the production model. This is a pre-production model that was sent to me by OWLRC. So there's always a chance that in production something will get screwed up. So we always want to remember that. Nevertheless, people, and I'm going to run it against the RapidFire because that's the one. I mean, everybody has to take out the champ, right? That's how it works.
Excuse me for asking, but OWLRC is not Ready-Made RC, is it?
They are not, and okay. That's a good question. Ready-Made RC's mascot is an owl, and they are Strix, which I think is Greek for owl, if I remember right, but they are not related in any way. It just happens to be an owl as their motto. Okay, so let me go over here. Hello. Oh, that one's been on this whole time, has it? How about that? Oh, no, don't do it, son. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, kill me.
Power through, Josh, power through.
I'm stepping on quads. What's happening now? Everything is blacked out. Oh, I turned it off. I turned off the one that was on. Okay. There we go.
Strix, Greek word for owl. In ancient Roman and Greek legends, a bird of ill omen that fed on human flesh and blood.
Oh, well, that's not good.
The more you know.
Okay, I think the cam link is taking a dump again. Okay, hang on. Boom, boom. Yeah, I got to tell you guys, this is such a precarious project because every single part of this, the camera, the GoPro actually is, to be fair, probably designed for production work, and But every part of this, the cam link adapter, none of it is like TV grade. It all just crashes and freezes and locks up. And trying to do a live stream with this stuff is just preposterous. The whole thing is preposterous. Nevertheless, let me give it a go. Okay.
Might be a reason why all the production gear has big honking fans on it that blow like nothing else.
Yeah, and firmware that is designed not to take a crap in the middle of an event and so on. Okay, let me cover this up. And let me get this other towel and cover this up. Okay. And now I will reach into the towel and try to line this up. Okay. This one is pretty well lined up. Now, which is which? You don't know. All right, it's weak. It's weak. And this one needs to come over here. Where is it? Oh, what are you doing? What's going on? Why is there so much light coming in? Where's the screen? No, don't do that. Oh, I see the GoPro is, the tape that's holding the GoPro down has come up. There we go. That's what are we doing here? No, I don't want the, go away. No, go away though. No, what are you doing? How do you frickin' just go to the frickin' channel? Channel 4.
Love to use it.
What's that?
Just the harping right here.
Okay, there we go. I think it's waiting for there to be a signal. I gotta swap my battery. Hold on. I think it's waiting for there to be a signal. That's what it's doing. Yeah, to the guy out there who stayed up to see the OWLRC, thank you for staying up for the live stream. When I saw your comment, I was like, ooh, don't do that. Live streams are so unpredictable. But I appreciate you staying up to see this, and I will definitely test this for you. Okay, let's see here.
OWLRC is actually processing orders as of today.
Yeah, there's a complete coincidence that that's happening today. I did not know that when I scheduled the live stream. What's going on here? Yeah, sit there. There we go. I got it. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so we got OWLRC on the left, RapidFire on the right. Let's see if I can get this sucker in the air before it glitches out on me. Don't overheat.
They're looking good.
Yeah, they're looking good. I also have image. Okay, here we go. See if I can do this before the capture card freezes up. I need to not fly too fast though, because I need to not fly through the breakup too quickly. All right, how are they looking? Well, you don't have to be blind, so we can give our own opinions now, I guess, since we're not blind anyway. How are they looking, guys?
Back just a little bit from where you were. Well, I guess it's delayed, but there was a spot where right had it just slightly, though. Close.
Yeah, right.
I'm finding it difficult right now.
You're finding it difficult to tell the difference?
Yeah, they're even, Steven.
They're like trading.
It was just after you went down your driveway or whatever that is.
Let's do that again. That's the worst spot is like right around here. This is where it's just absolutely the worst. This is about the worst spot.
What's the delay, like 5 seconds?
I don't know exactly. I'm
Yeah, a
just
little bit right there.
hang out in this spot briefly.
Yeah.
Right has it slightly.
There, yeah, just there. Like after those sets of trees, it was just right had it a little bit.
We're going back this way a little. Now this is right being the RapidFire.
Yeah.
The RapidFire still edging it out. Let's come around here. But how, I mean, you guys have seen the test already you know, and you've seen. How do you think it compares? We should, you know, we could put another one up. How do you think it compares to the previous one?
How much is it?
It's $80.
$80? $80? Wow.
Yeah.
I'd fly with either one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the right had it, but again, it's like dollars per, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now, but you could make that same argument about TrueD. So it sounds like a test that we really ought to do is like TrueD.
Owl versus TrueD.
Yeah. I'm flying away here.
Yeah, like putting it up against the TrueForge, or sorry, TrueD and LaForge would be.
Now I'm flying back. I'm seeing some breakup here. Now it's coming in again. How did it do?
There you go.
Oh,
See that? Wow.
That's the limitation. Yeah.
Who won?
Right.
Rapid fire by a stretch. The left one almost dropped out completely. OWLRC.
There you go.
I wonder if that was just positioning of the modules themselves or something.
It's possible. I could go out again and try to like fly to a
Oh, there too. There too. But again, half price. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like I'm not going to fly out again. I'm going to try and bring this in. I'm getting some. There we go. Hello, hello. There we go. Sounds like what we ought to do going forward is we ought to run a test of like, so it seems like RapidFire is just clearly beating everybody. So then it seems like we need to give RapidFire the crown and then say, okay, now who gets second place? You know, because we haven't put any of the second place guys up against each other to say, you know, which is better, you know, LaForge or RapidFire, or LaForge or Owl or TrueD. So that is going to be a test for another day, though, because we're coming up on 2 hours and everything is overheating. I think I'm going to wait for the sun to go down a little bit in the evening and run some more tests.
So that was very interesting, though. Like the OWLRC went toe-to-toe with the RapidFire when you were around your house. Only when you pushed to extreme range, it was apparent.
Did you see anything? Did you see that with any of the other modules, or was it? Because
sorry, cut out there.
Did you see that with any of the other modules?
Not that bad.
And not as clearly defined of a cutoff. You went out, it was all fine, and then all of a sudden it turned to crap immediately.
But what I mean is, with the other modules, everybody has been very definitive that the RapidFire is winning. But, you know, how close was it, is I guess my question. Was the OWLRC seem to be closer than like the LaForge or the TrueD?
I'm leaning to yes, but that could, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we gotta run the tests.
They seemed closer, except for the other ones didn't have that huge drop off at range.
Interesting.
Like
that's the only thing that I don't like about the Owl.
Yeah, now bear in mind with the Owl, we had a patch and an Omni, whereas with the RapidFire we have 2 Omnis, which when you're going out to distance, you may need the patch more, although it speaks to the performance of the RapidFire if it was able to match the range. Then again, which way was the Omni facing? That's a tougher one to call, I think.
It wasn't just matching. The RapidFire wasn't just matching the Owl. It was absolutely destroying it at range.
Yes. Yeah, it was very noticeable.
Okay. Well, that speaks to something then, because let's say that the OWLRC was, the patch antenna was aimed the best possible, and I don't think it was. It was aimed kind of out of the way. But let's say it was on the patch antenna. Then the fact that the RapidFire was beating it is even more impressive, because the RapidFire. But even if the OWLRC was on the Omni, well, the RapidFire still beat it in a fair fight. So there you go.
How did on the LaForge did you run an Omni and a patch as well?
On the LaForge and the TrueD, we ran an Omni and a patch because that's how they're designed to be used.
Yeah, that's the way they're designed to be used.
Yeah. And by the way, I've done tests before with the RapidFire and the ClearView with an Omni and a patch versus 2 patches versus 2 Omnis. I asked Iftron and I asked ImmersionRC how they would prefer that I test it. And so that's how I ended up with 2 Omnis here. Actually, I asked Iftron, and they said 2 Omnis. And so then I decided to do the RapidFire the same way. Okay, guys. Oh.
I'd be interested to see the RapidFire on, say, one of the cameras that are on the list in a mode 2, and just see, because if it's got comparable, if it's comparable to the other modules, then that's a good case.
Josh, did you unplug your quad yet?
I was just
No, not yet. No, not yet. Hang on.
It's very interesting to see though, because I did not expect that.
All right, it's unplugged. So, okay, so I feel good about this. Let me just glance at the chat, see what's going on. Just buy good cams that aren't on the list. The positioning of the antenna on the goggle can make a difference. Patch needs to be well centered though. Yep, those are all true things. The positioning of the antennas, there's nothing near the goggles in this test to throw it off. There's a towel near them, but the towel is non-conductive, obviously. We are in a situation where we're getting bounces, but my thinking about multipath bounces is that if I fly the quad in a circle around, then somewhere in that circle, left goggle is going to get a good bounce. Somewhere in that circle, right goggle is going to get a good bounce. But if left goggle just continually wipes the floor with right goggle, then left goggle wins. So that's I just don't know there's no perfect test methodology is the answer. To be honest with you guys, testing just one module isn't scientifically definitive because there's manufacturing tolerances. So you could get a LaForge that's 2 dB better, you could get a LaForge that's a half a dB worse, and to really be definitive, you'd need to test 10 or 20 or 30 of each one, but there's obviously reasons why that's not happening. We are testing them both on the same channel and frequency, sure. Well, you don't keep changing your position. Yep, WildPix FPV, I do have the Pro 58. I think we're going to wrap up the live stream and I'm going to continue doing tests. Maybe once it cools down a little bit, or maybe I'll get a fan, which you guys don't want to hear, but I'll post some results on my channel and I'll post them blind, and then people can go vote and see which is better. Okay? Surprised the RapidFire did so well with 2 antennas so close. On the RapidFire, I've got them at 45 degrees, Preston. So actually, so I got them like this at 45 degrees. Because to me, that's just the best way to get 2 antennas with a little bit of spacing. Since they're omnis, they're mostly a spherical pattern. And so I hope that we got a little bit of polarization difference here, but it's circular, so that shouldn't matter. But that's my hope, is that by getting them just a little bit of spacing, then they can get a different multipath bounce. Hey, shut up. I don't need to hear that. Which one should you buy? Well, the one that has done the best in all the tests has been the RapidFire. But I think you have to take it with a grain of salt, because I still think they haven't solved 100% of their compatibility issues. So the RapidFire is best, except for occasionally it doesn't like your camera or somebody's camera, and then it just takes a dump. I would hesitate. Yeah, I've said that already though. So anybody out there? Okay, now that you've seen what I'm doing, anybody out there who wants to make a 3D printed model for some kind of a jig to hold a GoPro Hero 6 and in a Fat Shark, I will kiss your feet and praise your name forever, because I literally just have these things. They're duct taped to the table, and then I move the goggles and I just hope it doesn't move. It's such a hassle. It would be so great to be able to do that. So I would love anybody who wants to put any work into that.
Do you think one with alligator clips, like helping hands, would benefit?
Yeah, it could. It could. It would let me. They'd have to be really sturdy, and you'd need one for the goggles and one for the GoPro, so you could kind of do that. If somebody in the chat said, "Oh man, I just bought a LaForge V4," I said earlier, and I'll repeat it. LaForge is still my daily go-to, even though in terms of raw performance, it's not the best. because I think it's the easiest to use in terms with the in-goggle OSD and so forth. If you just bought a LaForge, I don't think you made a bad decision. Unless, like, if you're like a tiny whoop pilot and all you do all day is fly inside metal buildings, maybe then there's a clear reason to pick a RapidFire. Or if you know, it does seem to perform better most of the time. But if you bought a LaForge, I don't think you should feel bad. You can enjoy the fact that you have an in-goggle OSD that lets you do everything in the menus without ever taking your goggles off. It's very nice. I like it. Zerx, what do you think, Discord? Zerx asks, was it a large difference in range between the RapidFire and the OWL? Discord, what do you think?
Well, go ahead.
It was one test. I mean, it was extremely noticeable, but it was one test of a pre-production module. So I don't know if I'd make a call on that.
That's true. It was fine, and then suddenly it just completely dropped signal.
Which could that is exactly what like an unlucky multipath bounce would look like. So I think we gotta withhold judgment, but I think we can say, like, the OWL made a good showing of itself and shows a lot of promise. How about that?
Totally.
It was great all the way around the house. It was tough to call.
Yeah. Whereas some of the other tests seemed not tough to call for you guys. Some of the other tests seemed like, nah, we got this. So.
Yeah.
I never posted a straw poll for that one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, guys, because this was really fun, and I think that we generated some really interesting data. I'm going to do some more tests. I'm going to put them up in a playlist, and I'm going to put a straw poll up for everyone, and then a week later we'll come back and we'll look at the results and we'll see. Because when I have my own time and I'm not under pressure to, live stream, I mean, I can get these tests done. I'm tempted to use the DVR. I got to tell you guys, I have a video that is. Let me see if I can show you guys this video. I wish I could move my laptop inside and just stream from air conditioning, but I'm not going to risk screwing up the stream. Hold on, let me show you guys this video because you're going to think this is interesting. No, it's this one. Oh, no, I posted this to my channel. In-goggle comparison. Yeah, did you guys see the video I posted yesterday? The in-goggle comparison, Discord? Did you see that?
Yes.
And chat, did you see it? You see it as well. Some of you probably saw it. I'm curious what you thought, because when I've way back when looked at the Fatshark DVR, and the Fatshark DVR looked way worse. I got to tell you guys, I was actually kind of impressed with how well the Fatshark DVR and the ImmersionRC capture card. I thought they were pretty close to what you saw in the goggle. And I kind of came out of that video thinking, man, for all the hassle that doing an in-goggle view is, I might just go back to, do you guys feel like you could trust DVR results, or no, in-goggle is better? Chat, weigh in.
From my own personal experience, I would never take my own DVR from my attitudes and say that it's comparable. I've got attitudes before.
Not the attitudes, definitely. So the HDO, they improved the analog front end of the DVR so that it looks much closer. It still drops frames, but it looks much closer. If you guys didn't see the video from yesterday, the thumbnail is real, fake, real. And it shows an in-goggle view, a Fatshark HDO DVR, and it's this capture card from a company called ImmersionRC. The DVR is so much more consistent and just frankly so much easier to work with because you're not trying to line up goggles and stuff.
You have two HDOs you're testing on?
Yeah.
Well, then what difference would it make? Just do the DVR? If it's a comparison, right?
Well, the argument that some people have made is that it unfairly disadvantages some modules. My argument has always been that the DVR looks worse, but the module that looks the best still looks the best. It just doesn't look quite as good. And then, of course, people see the video and they go, "Whoa, my goggles never look that bad. What is wrong with your testing?" But I think it's still a useful tool to figure out who wins. I don't know. But frankly, they look pretty close in that video. In Goggle view all day, says Gap of Doom. In Goggle is best for a comparison like this. Goggle, okay, you guys want to see the Goggle view. All right, screw you guys. You can make me work. All right.
You thought it was going to be easy, huh?
I did. I spent $400 on this capture card. I was kind of hoping to get to use it, but then again, I spent $500 on a second set of HDOs. So, yeah, there you go. All right, guys.
Yeah, but the HDOs are awesome.
They are awesome. I mean, now they're my bench set now, so I can't even use them. I'm gonna call it together, guys. We're gonna call the live stream. Thank you guys for coming out. I wish we could get through more of these, but this is just how long this stuff takes. And whenever you see a 10-minute video and I have like 3 tests in it, and you go, oh, what did Joshua do all day? No, that was what I did all day. So I appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you guys on Discord who are my patrons. If you're in the chat and you're wondering who are these people on his Discord, talking to them, those are my patrons. They pay $2, $5. Some of them pay more a month to just support me because, in case you're new here, this is my full-time job. Yep, this is my job. Standing out in the hot sun, flying around my house repeatedly while aiming GoPros. And yeah, there you go. So if you want to become a patron, I sure do appreciate it. Any other way you can support me at my website, fpvknowitall.com. There's a web page, support me, in the About section. That's going to do it. I'm going to kill this stream, and I will see you guys next time. And I have to see the screen to be able to kill the stream, though. Hang on. And